Hey guys, I'm live right now. Figured I would give you guys a call, give you guys a moment, a video. Let you guys know how it's going around here in New York City. Um, I'm down here in Dumbo working, and I just wanted to say it's a freezing cold day. Like, let me see how cold it actually is. Okay, it's gonna be okay, I'll tell you, this morning it started off at like 20 degrees. Now it's about 39 and it's going to go down to 30. And then in another couple days, tomorrow there's a 90% chance of some snow. Then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be 25 degrees. So what I'm saying to you guys is that it's cold, but it's still beautiful out here, meaning we got to get everything done that we possibly can get done. Um, while we're still in COVID restrictions, this is a perfect opportunity for some of us to, and I've word shaggy today because I fucking wanted to. That's my style. Uh, it's a COVID restriction that's keeping us from being able to like live our full lives. So there are things that you can be doing to move your life forward, regardless of how cold it is, regardless of what's closed. And so I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about what are some of the things that we can do as women to move our lives forward when we're stuck in our homes, when we're stuck in um, quarantine, or, there's just a lot of things that we can do. It's cold, but it's beautiful. So, and I like to think of myself as a woman who is cold yet beautiful. Um, you know, I'm not a proponent for the cold weather, but I'm here and I have a lot of things to do. So here are some of the things that I think would really benefit women that are in the Northeast right now. I think some of the things that we can do that'll make us feel good and make us feel productive. Number one, moisturize. So I know it's hard to get up early. I know it's really hard to get up early when it's cold like this, when it's 20 degrees out. But if you can get up an hour earlier, like this morning, I did a really nice face mask, really deep scrub in the shower, more than I normally would because it's cold out. And I wanted to infuse my skin with like lotions and oils and all these different types of things. So I made sure to put a lot of like cream on, put on a lot of oil. I use sesame oil, the Neutrogena sesame oil. I also have a special oil made by a friend of mine, which is really great for your body. But I'll bring that up at another time, another video, so I can actually show you a full bottle of it. Like my bottle is like oily and halfway, like the words are coming off of it. So let me get another bottle so I can do that video. But we need to use oils. We need to be exfoliating. You guys need to keep plants in your house. You guys need to keep a humidifier. One thing about beautiful black skin is that it still needs treatment and it needs moisturizing every day, especially in the cold. I mean, you can be in very, very warm and humid places and not necessarily need as much lotion, but up here in New York, and if you're anywhere in the Northeast or anywhere in a cold climate as a woman of color, you definitely need some really good lotion and oil and really good salt scrub infused with oils to keep your skin looking nice. Because it's cold, but we still want to be beautiful, right? Another thing that I think works really well for us in like cold months, and I know sea moss is so sexy now. Everyone talks about it, but when I was telling people about it last year, it's like nobody knew about it. And no lie, people have been telling me about sea moss for years. I would say, like, all my West Indian friends have been telling me about sea moss since I was like 18 years old, and I just never knew what the hell they were talking about. But now I realize that um, sea moss is like God's gift. I mean, I haven't heard my knee pop in days, and I'm a person who is notorious for having popping knees in the freezing. Okay, here goes one in the freezing cold. But pretty much the sea moss, what I don't know what it does, but I know it has so many minerals in it. And I use a purple sea moss. And I think color variation doesn't really matter. But I'll tell you, I'll read out really purple sea moss. I'll kind of just read out the benefits, so you guys know why it's so good, right? So I'm going to WebMD because people seem to love WebMD, even though I have a lot of information from other sites and other sources. But I do want to say that some of the nutrients that are in sea moss, some of the most powerful ones are vitamin B2, vitamin B12, calcium, chromium, magnesium, and zinc. And it's just, there's so much to it. You can put it in soup, you can put it in stew. All that stuff really helps your, I put it in my coffee, guys. You know how they make bullet coffees, where they put like coconut oil in them, or whatever they put. They put like some oil in there, like coconut oil with the coconut milk, and it's very strong and fortified. Well, rather than doing all that, because we don't necessarily want oily coffee all the time, but what I will say is the sea moss, it dissolves like sugar if you heat it up hot enough. Now, if you let your coffee sit for too long, your coffee might start to congeal, but it's a natural process. It's not gelatin, it's sea moss. I mean, there's so many other minerals: beta carotene, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, zinc, pectin. The pectin. Now, if you guys cook and you ever bought the pectin outside of the like in the store, but outside of like the fruits, it's like a little powder that makes the gelatin. So now pectin is actually naturally found in the sea moss, and that's the thing that makes it congeal, right? Let's see. The B vitamins, the what else? There's amino acids such as taurine, and it has way more benefits than seaweed. And I know there are a lot of people out here who, especially in New York, who live on seaweed chips, and I know that's awesome, but dump the seaweed chips, get yourself some sea moss, ground it down. What you do, how you prepare it is you take the sea moss, right? You put it in a container with some people put boiling water, but I don't think that's the right way. Honestly, you put a little bit of lukewarm or cold water on it, and you leave it in the fridge until it loosens up the root. And then what you do is you take that wet root that looks like a big floral, kind of like the corals in this video back here. You take that big root and you grind it down in a blender or a NutriBullet, and then you store it in the back of your fridge. I put some in my freezer because I make a lot at a time, and I just make like a couple jars and put one jar at a time. And then you take a teaspoon of that and you pour that and you put that in your coffee. What I do is instead of putting it in the coffee, I put it in the milk that I'm steaming, and then I let it get real hot, steam it up, whisk it up, put some cinnamon, nutmeg, and then drip that over into with my coffee. And then what we do is by doing that every morning is we wake up with minerals and nutrients every morning that give us energy for the whole day. So even though it's cold outside, those are one of the things that you can do as well. What are some other things that you can really do as it's cold outside? One of the things that I really like to do when it's cold outside is I like to, not only do I like to moisturize, but I like to seal in the moisture by wearing stockings. So I wear stockings almost every day in the winter because the clothing, whether it's made of cotton or whatever, there's too much air coming through the clothing. So I would suggest you guys put on stockings on top of the natural oil barrier that you're creating by putting on your shea butter and putting on your sesame oil and putting on your jojoba oil and stuff like that. After you put on all those oils, you need to go and put on a something like some. Guys, I literally every day I put on some stocking. I mean, the cheap ones from the bodega. You just have to lock in some of your moisture because all that stuff leaves with the air hitting you and stuff like that. So You want to lock in your moisture and make sure that you're getting what you need in order to keep your skin soft. Another thing I like to do also is anything I wash my face with, I like to wash my chest with, right? So it's really important that like we are, because even though it's cold up here, when I get down to Miami, there's no excuses. I can't sit up here and crust away and then come down there talking about, oh, well, I'm from New York. Nobody gives a damn. You have to keep your beauty on point regardless of what weather. Any weather, right? As cartels say, any weather. Get each other, money maker, any weather. Like, put your fucking lotion on and put on your good shit in any weather, but especially now. Um, I see a lot of girls walking around here with their hair in a fucking mess. You know, when I wear messy hair, when I say messy hair don't care, it's on purpose. You feel me? It's a movement, you know? When I say messy hair don't care, it's a movement. But as far as walking outside with your bonnet, thinking that that's going to work because you're protecting your hair from the cold. I mean, look, black women, stop using that excuse about protecting your hair. We all protect our hair. If you moisturize your hair, you wouldn't need to protect it as much as you do. So you can protect your hair in the winter if you like to, but you can't do it all day. You can protect it when you sleep, but you can't do it all the time. So what I would say is put aloe in your hair. I get a piece of aloe pretty much every other week, it into like chunks, and I literally take that chunk, slice out the filler, take that filler, I might dice it up and put it in some soda or make the aloe vera drink. And then the gel that's on the outside of the skin and the skin itself, and I literally take the skin in the pieces and rub it in my natural hair and braid my hair up with it. Braid my hair up underneath with it so that it's nice and moisturized every single time. No rinsing it out. That's food for the hair. So guys, like that's another way that you guys can do it too. You can have the food for your hair, put the aloe in your hair. That's another way of moisturizing. So you see how our bodies get dry? Our skin also gets, our skin and our bodies get dry, but our hair also gets super dry and brittle, and it needs a lot of moisture. So what I do is when I make the aloe vera, sometime when I do like the first couple of times I use it, I take the skins and I put the remainder of the skin, I'll rinse them off, of course. Then I put them inside of a pot with water on top of them and I boil. That water is like a pink aloe water, I call it. Has a little gel in it, a little aloe vera properties, and I put that in a misting bottle and I mist that all over my hair and body. Today, I put it over my body because even when I got out of the shower, I wanted to make sure that there was a good absorption of the oil I was going to put on. I only use black soap. I use the Shea Moisture. I'm not saying connection is unstable, so I just don't want to go any further. Okay, there we go. Also for your feet, you need to get the black pumice stone. Black pumice stone it like works wonders just like the African black soap. So you need the pumice stone for your feet because the regular pumice stone is okay, but if you have to put salt with it, whereas the black pumice stone has its own properties already, you don't even have to put anything. You just use it and you scrape your feet, and it's really important because we're in and out of these boots all the time, you know? We're in and out of boots all the time, so we pretty much want to make sure we take these boots off. Like you don't want to have boots feet. You want to have the kind of feet that are like, okay, she wears boots and she wears shoes, fine. Like it's so crazy because I saw it from my own eyes. So many pretty girls that have the most craziest looking feet, especially when I was just chilling. I just saw it's like when you get to a hot weather place, you see that a lot. You see a lot of girls with great bodies and skin and everything, but then when you look down at their feet because they're in shoes and sandals all the time that are gripping at their toes, their feet look bad. And I'm not here to criticize anybody. Don't let that be you. When they say beautiful from head to toe, they mean that shit. They mean from head to toe. If I took off my boots right now, my feet, they're pretty not a 10 right now because I'm in this cold weather. But I would say that they're a good, 7 or 8, meaning after a couple of really good pedicures and some warm weather, they'll be back to a 10. And feet are very, very, very important. Men, They don't say it out loud. A lot of them don't say it out loud, but they do judge you if your feet are looking crusty. They don't want to look down and think that they're looking at their own feet. Because, men don't wear nail polish and toe polish and stuff like that. Especially when you're a black woman, a lot of us have pigmented toenails. And that's one of the things that I used to hate so much. That like my toenail, not all of us have that, but some of us do. Some of my toenails are like brownish and they've got like streaks of brown and dark brown. And like that's the kind of thing that like it's not ugly, but no man really wants to look down at your feet and see that there is. So make sure your toes are done. Make sure you use a polish that contrasts on your feet. You don't want to always use something that's so close to your foot tone color. That's another beauty secret as well. Like if you're dark skin, use the light toe polish. If you're light skin, use the dark toe polish. And everybody can wear Fire Engine Red or Scarlet. So red is one of my favorite on the feet. Nice square red toenails. It's one of my favorites. So that's another thing that we can do in the cold weather to be more beautiful and take better care of ourselves. Another thing that we can do also is when you go shopping and you buy your water, because I know water is a very popular topic right now, make sure that you get the alkaline water. I know it sounds crazy and we all talk about alkaline water and this, that, and the third, but alkaline water, obviously this is the great reveal. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to flash anybody. But I guess that's how it's supposed to happen when I get to where I'm going today. It's the great reveal, as you can see. But alkaline water is something that it instantly hydrates you. Like the hydration is just so real. So I just bought mad alkaline water the other day. They had it like 4 for $5 or something. I got like 4, and then I went back and got another 4. And every time I go to the store, I get 4 of them and I stack them in the back, a liter each. When I was watching some like videos, some travel videos of some really cute girls from Nigeria and from the Caribbean going into St. Lucia, they were climbing up the Gros Piton, and they say to get up there, top and bottom, they say 4 hours, 2 up, 2 down, and you need literally 5 liters of water, which means you need 5 of those bottles of you know what? Let me go show it to you. I'll be right back. Give me a second. When I say alkaline water, I literally mean this one. I don't drink all alkaline water because I found that I was drinking that alkaline water that comes from the supermarket, Food Town, where it's like the orange letters and shit. What are them people make? Them people there. But then when I was in the other Food Town by my house, in the black neighborhood, they had the Jamaican Blue Mountain Gem naturally alkaline spring water, the one that naturally come out the mountain, natural with the minerals. That's the one that people pay thousands of dollars to go and take and bathe in when they come to your country. So literally what I'm saying is buy this one, because when I drink this one, my thirst is quenched. Like this is a very good alkaline water. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the Jamaican Blue Mountain, but if you get any alkaline water, find one that's natural, a naturally occurring alkaline water. You see? All right. And that's my thing. You can, and also I'm assuming I don't know if this is a black brand, but this is a black country drinker. So I'm thinking that whoever this is someone of color, and I don't mind. But look what it has. Mineral analysis for taste. It has calcium, potassium, magnesium. It has a pH of 8.2. It even tells you the Latin Spring, Buff Bay. You understand? And look what it says. It says the Blue Mountains. Above the pristine beaches and rich culture of Jamaica stand one of the purest water sources in the world. Gems rich, natural high alkaline spring produce what could be the perfect water. Crystal clear with a clean, smooth, luxurious taste. Gem is the active premium water perfect for your active lifestyle. Look, go to gemspringwater.com. This is very good alkaline water. I've had mad different alkaline water, and I couldn't figure out which one was the right one. So this one makes me feel the best. And I'm not even saying it because I'm a Jamaican. I'm just it just so happened. I swear I didn't grab it because I was a Jamaican. I've never seen this in my life. I didn't grow up in Jamaica, and I don't even know if they have this there. So what I'm saying is, whatever the fuck this is good. Look at this. And it might benefit your country then. So, but you need this kind of water because this water is, I mean, listen, let's be real. If you don't stay hydrated, you're not gonna want that thing. You're not gonna want that thing. That thing is dry. Let me tell you how I stay hydrated. I drink alkaline water, and when I can't get alkaline water, I drink double the amount of regular water. Because none of that shit is somehow it doesn't energize us. It gives us some, if it doesn't energize us. Another thing is eat aloe vera. Another thing is put aloe vera. Another thing is put vitamin E oil. So when I say put aloe vera, I mean put aloe vera. And then when I say put vitamin E oil, I mean put vitamin E oil. I'm giving you the secrets to a good nanny. Because what you need is you need not just water, but you need things that give you lubrication. Another thing that I eat every Sunday is okra. They say okra is slimy. Okra is a little bit viscous, or just like that thing. So you eat that too. Another thing you eat, pretty much anything that is aloe vera and okra. But let me tell you something. If you're a woman, you eat those things, and you put some of those things. Another thing that you can do as well, because it might be cold, but that thing hot. So what I'm saying is, if you plan on enjoying yourself in this cold weather, then you need to make sure that everything is working as if you were living under a sun palace somewhere. You need to wake up with everything vibrating like the sun was beating down on you. So and if you need to take extra time in the morning and you have to work, I mean, there's no excuses. Most of us don't have to commute. I do commute right now because getting out of my house is key. But a lot of us don't have to commute, So if you're one of those people who doesn't really have to commute, then you should be spending extra time on your skin and regimen. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to show you guys Manhattan. And you know it. That's Brooklyn Bridge. You know where I'm at. I'm down here in Dumbo, just getting my whole life, getting organized, making sure that I can become who I want to be in life. And I just wanted to give you guys a nice video and just say, it might be cold out, but we have no excuses. Beauty is what we do. And we can only be beautiful if we put the work in. And quite frankly, we don't have any other options but to do what is necessary in order for us to develop and be the best and most attractive Black women or women of color that we want to be. This channel is not just for Black women. I don't call it I'm a Black beauty, but you can be an Asian beauty too. Or, you can be a Indian goddess too. You can be a Latina goddess and deity and beauty too. So when I say a Black beauty, that's just a reference to moi. But that's not a reference to what this channel is about. This channel is about all women of color. This is really, listen, Becky, love you too. You brown. If you know you brown, then you could be over here too. But this is a channel where I'm gonna be pretty much putting out content that is just demonstrating what is necessary for us as Black women to continue to establish ourselves and just be everything that everybody tells us that we cannot be. We are gorgeous. We are sexy. We are attractive. They want us. I mean, how could you not? Like I said, I'm cold, but I'm beautiful. And so at the end of the day, I refuse to hear no from anybody. I know who the fuck I is. And we just have to continue to share tips that help us grow. And I'm hoping that the tips that I shared with you guys today, and I keep looking at myself, but I should be looking at you guys. I'm hoping that the tips that I shared with you guys today will motivate you to keep getting up every morning in this frigid cold and moisturizing and looking your best and working out. I haven't worked out in about 3 weeks. Or actually, no, I worked out on December 28th. Is that 3 weeks? So December 29th was the last time I worked out in the gym. Because I'm moving and my condo will have a gym, and I just didn't want to be popping my knees. And I can survive without a workout for a couple weeks. But in February, I'll be back on my workout schedule, and I just wanted to, touch base with you guys and say I'm a Black beauty, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.